Oi oi, Roger Retro Gamer here. I'm up in the man cave again, up in the loft, having a play about, and I thought I'll talk to myself, keep myself entertained. Vim toes out, watch out. Anyway, crap weather outside. Hope you're all having a great weekend, whatever you're up to. Hopefully playing them games. Anyway, I was in the gym last night, getting my pump on, banging and clanging, as you do. And Ben, he's like the manager in the gym of an evening, and he's a funny fucker. You can only understand him when he's slinging F this and F that, but he's a lovely bloke, absolute diamond. And I always G him up over the music, because usually the music's a bit crap until we get our own way and put some decent tunes on. So he changes the old tracks, whacks on a decent bit of music, bit of the old school rock, heavy metal and all that sort of stuff. And one of the first tunes to come on was, going on a tangent here already, but one of the first tunes to come on was it Bad to the Bone? And a mate of mine piped up, and John, and that again, lovely fella. It's a great gym where I go to, all good lads. And he pipes up and he said, bloody hell, I ain't heard this in years. He said, this used to be on an old Mega Drive game and an old SNES game, Rock and Roll Racing. And I was like, hey, now we're talking my language. And it got me thinking and reminiscing of the tunes. And back in the day, I had the Mega Drive version, and for a while I had the SNES version. And admittedly, the SNES version's a little bit better musically, some would say, for particularly the music that was in that. But it just got me thinking about soundtracks in games, and I mean, it was just thinking back. Rock and Roll Racing, that was a bollocks of a game, absolute business. And I've got it here. If you ain't played this, get hold of it, or emulate it, or do what you have to do, but have a blast through it. It's quite a tough little game. Isometric 3D racer. You built up your motors, got weapons and missiles and all sorts, and just a cracking fun game. Great for a couple of players. Get your pals around, have a blast, and great game, really. And as I say, I had this back in the day, and when he piped up and just said, "Oh, that was in the SNES game back in the day," and I thought, Christ, I think it was probably born around about when this game come out. But and then it got me chatting on to, I collect the old stuff, and I reeled off a couple of titles. He's like, oh wow, yeah, my brother had this, and blah, blah. So yeah, just it got me thinking of soundtracks or music in games that you just look back and they're so nostalgic, and they really did do a bloody great job. So Rock and Roll Racing, it don't sound like it used to. Put it that way. I've had a little go on the tube, and it's not as clear as it used to be, or as you remember, but it's still bloody good. I mean, there's Bad to the Bone, Born to Be Wild. Anyway, check it out. Some good rock tunes. So it got me thinking, and games with soundtracks that mean a lot. And of course, that's up there, isn't it, eh? When that B line kicks in on the title screen, it's going to be a quality game. Streets of Rage 2, it is the best of the bunch. All round package, it's the best of the bunch. Even for me, even beating number 4, which I still need to bloody get that. But anyway, so great game. Everyone has to experience that. It's the business. And another nostalgic one for the Mega Drive. The technically most advanced, in my opinion, original release Mega Drive game, and the Ice Cap Zone. I mean, even down to the music and the playability on the 3D Sphere bonus stages. I mean, they just got everything right with that. Absolute beauty. And again, if you ain't played it, get in amongst it. Have a go. Then we're moving along a bit, and I just thought, oh wow, the games that are really sort of make me smile when you think back. And I thought, I can't remember now. Must have been '94, Christmas '94. Mum got me this from Blockbusters for Christmas. Not this version, unfortunately, but she got me the Donkey Kong Country, and having a blast through that. Particularly the water level, it was just like a 3D sound. It just so atmospheric, and I had me. It was a Philips hi-fi set up and rigged up through me telly, so the sound come out the speakers and used to piss the neighbours off, as you do. When Mum and Dad weren't out, up it goes. But yeah, I mean that. Just I mean, even to play now, that's one of the best games that have held up from that 16-bit generation for me. It's just amazing, and it still looks cracking today. I mean, I must admit it, because that's so good. It does make the Switch and the Wii versions of Donkey Kong Country just almost they don't look that big a jump from like 27, 25 years ago, whatever it is. But and that really just shows it. They were built so well. But the music in it, the atmosphere, just dripping with nostalgia. So yeah, again, have a go if you've never experienced it. Check it out. Then we jump up a generation, and me and my good old pal John, through our sort of early PlayStation times, we just rinsed it. I was at sort of college then, and if we weren't at college, we were either working out together, training up, keeping fit, keeping my head down, keeping me, ploughing on through life difficulties. But and if we weren't doing that, we were wearing out the lasers on PlayStations. And this game, we absolutely rinsed it. Number 1 and number 2. And thinking of the music, it wasn't really my sort of music. I was still into me sort of rap music and that. But I mean, this had everything from Creed to Garbage, the Cardigans, everyone on it. And some real good sort of, when you're racing around the tracks, having the music blasting. And I had me Wharfdales then, and I've got them here now. Fucking things just keep moving around in the. And I had one in each corner of the front room, and crank them up through the telly, lovely jubbly, and you could feel it. Great times. But yeah, so Gran Turismo 2 was an absolute stonking game. And also, we all love it. It was kind of one of the big ones that got sort of dance music, or real music, if you like, into a game. And it was brilliant. I must admit, I'm crap at the game. It for me, it's not the best game, but I can certainly appreciate they put so much effort into it, and great soundtrack. Chemical Brothers and Orbital, Left Field, some stonking titles, absolutely brilliant. And then we move up another generation, or generation and a half, because another generation would have been PS2, but this is Xbox, so that's another half a generation further forward than the PS2. Jet Set Radio Future. Oh wow! Again, it's not fully my sort of music, but bloody hell, it's while you're skating about, having some fun. I got this on the early days of the Xbox, and I did put loads of tracks. I think I could fit 99 tracks that you could put off your CDs and not download them, but copy them to your hard drive on the Xbox. But I was more than happy with that, playing that through while playing the game. Absolutely stonking. And a great game, great fun. Jet Set Radio Future on the Xbox. Soundtracks have really been quite important to me over the years. Even now, you get something like Forza Horizon, and if it's got that great fitting soundtrack, that it just brings it all home. It just makes it so much more atmospheric and complete. And looking back, some great fun. I mean, Donkey Kong Country, oh, love it. But even the original Sonic, playing that with my mum back in the day, and the tunes, or recently doing the original Super Mario Brothers challenge, and that music, the old great fun. And I'm looking at all these Master System games now, and I haven't got nostalgia for any of them back in the day, but my early days of collecting in Master System games, and sort of going back, cool, been collecting for sort of 14 years or so now, and the early days I tried to play everything I got, and as much as there's an awful lot of games on the Master System with bloody whiny music, but there's some absolutely brilliant titles, and some real great stuff. So yeah, I would like to know what have really sort of left an impression on you, in terms of music and soundtrack, or even if it's music effects and soundtracks. I'd love to hear it and see your nostalgia and bust out. It's a good excuse for a video, get in amongst your collections, or just sit there, have a tea and a biscuit, and chill out and tell us all about it. It's not really a soundtrack one I'll last like to mention. It's the fact that on the 360, I think it was about 3,000. I can sat there for forever and a day copying music to me 360. When I got that 360 Elite, oh, it was a beast. And I copied thousands of songs on there. And the other half, Buttercup, at the time, she was living in London, and so I would sit there playing this game with my own music playing in the background, which could have been anything. It could have been Tupac, Dr. Dre, it could have been Creed, it could have been Nickelback, it could have been pretty much Celine Dion, Mariah Carey. It could absolutely anything. I've got a real sort of broad variety of music tastes, and I used to sit there playing this, my own tunes in the background, and usually on the phone to Buttercup. She loves a phone. Oh, she loves a phone. And we used to sit there for hours, eagerly awaiting when Buttercup would come down for the weekend. And just so this for me is such an awesome game, but it still holds up now. Harry X plays it now, and he still loves it. He loves getting a big chain of cars and blowing them all up and making a right mess. But them bloody orbs, I never did get to get them all. And it's only a cheapie now. I think you can download it on the Xbox store or whatever it is. It was free at one stage, but yeah. So this holds a special place, not for the soundtrack in the game, although that noise you get when you get close to an orb and you feel the old controller vibrating a little bit, and you whoa, 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 and you think, oh, there's one, I'm going to get it. So yeah, I'd love to know what holds a special place, warms your cockles, with regards to soundtracks, because we don't talk about them enough. We're all sort of graphics and used to play this, used to play that, but soundtracks often get forgotten. So it'd be nice to hear your responses. So I'd love you to get in amongst it, and let me hear your nostalgia, and it'd be good fun. Anyway, take it easy all. thanks for watching if you have, and hopefully see you again soon. And have another swig of Vimto and get in amongst it. Take it easy. See you later.